guys. So I just pulled in and it's raining. I knew it was going to eventually come down, so I thought I would sit here and do one of my videos right here in the car, just to kind of multitask while I'm sitting here. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I do have the AC on because it's really hot. The weather's crazy today. I came out of Sam's and it was like 105, like 104, and now it says 76. So I don't know, it's crazy. The temperature was dropping all the way home, and then the rains just started coming down, and it's raining pretty good, and I don't want to wet my hair. So this is going to be an update video, just to kind of update you on everything that's going on with my life. A lot of people have been asking, so we'll cover gallbladder removal. Everything's going good with that. We'll talk about adoption, the process, and where I am in that. We'll talk about fertility journey. We'll talk about weight loss, and we will talk about personal trainer. So hopefully I can cover all those things. So first and foremost, gallbladder removal, trainer, weight loss, fertility journey, all of that is related to where I am in my weight loss journey. So I had the surgery March the 5th of 2019. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So I am 17 months post-op, 1 year, 5 months. So not quite to the 1.5 year mark. And I've lost around, I want to say 137-ish. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me. Heaviest weight, 344.4. And as of today, I'm right around 214, 213 to 215. It's been a little fluctuating, but that's where I am. And honestly, I haven't weighed myself much lately. I am going to start weighing myself weekly, just to keep a better track. But I've been working with a trainer for about 1.5 months now, and I just didn't want to really be on the scale like that. So it's right around the 2 teens, 215-ish. So you can do the math. Really excited about that. Everything's going good with weight loss. I will say that at this point in the journey, there is a lot of transition, like a lot of different things I'm doing, and I will talk about that in a minute. I did get my gallbladder removed in June, so maybe 60 days ago or so, and everything is going good. I have a whole video about that. I will link it below if you want to watch it, how it led up to it, the symptoms I had, how it went. But I haven't had any complications. Nothing is really different as far as eating that I can tell. Everything's going well. It did put a little hold on our TTC journey, trying to conceive journey. We had to halt everything and make sure we didn't get pregnant, because for 2 reasons. Number one, when I knew surgery was coming, I didn't want to get pregnant and then get surgery, and then it caused complications, so we had to stop trying. And after surgery, surgeries are traumatic, and my body took a minute to recalibrate. My period was super late, so I'm not even sure when my ovulation was, but I wanted to make sure I had a couple of really good periods and I was back on track normally before we did do that. It did kind of stress me out a little bit, because when I was really heavier, I would get irregular periods, irregular ovulation. I would not menstruate for months at a time. And so after surgery, when I didn't get my period when I was supposed to, and I've been getting my period like regularly, like clockwork, like now that I'm at a lower weight, now that I'm a healthier weight, it re-established like healthy, regular periods, which was what exactly I wanted to achieve. It was a big goal for me. And when I, after surgery, didn't get it when it was supposed to hit, I got a little stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, I was really stressed out. It just stresses me out. I'm like, oh, I'm not ovulating, da da da. Like I was stressed out. Reestablishing my periods was like #1 goal with weight loss. So my body just had to my doctor reassured me, like, this is normal after a traumatic surgery. Your body's gonna take a minute to get back into the groove, and your body knows how not to get pregnant and when to get pregnant. And if you're not healthy enough, if your body is stressed, you won't get it, and it's natural for it to take a little time. So it came back good. I've had a couple periods since, so we felt like now that it's back to usual, and I had 2 good periods, time to get back on the TTC journey. And I'm gonna do a whole another video about where we are, what we're doing, the supplements we're taking. Sorry, my hair keeps blowing in my face. So I will do that to show you guys what I'm doing. A couple good books, things like that. All the tools of the trade, things we're implementing and stuff of that nature. Sorry, I'm rambling. So we are now, just now, ramping up to start trying probably August, September. So ovulation day should be any time. I'm actually going to take an ovulation test when I go in the house. I showed a little bit of LH surge, but I haven't peaked. We're probably going to do the baby dance anyways, just in case the tests are unreliable, or you never know, just miracles happen. So we're probably going to baby dance a lot this week. But I am tracking ovulation. I am tracking basal body temperature. We are trying really hard to get pregnant. We're doing everything we feel we can do within our power. It's just not one of those things that comes easy for me. It's been a struggle, it's been a journey. It's one of the reasons why I got the weight loss surgery, so that I could have healthy ovulation, healthy menstruation, and then, you know, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna do a whole nother thing, but not pregnant yet. Just starting to try. We tried it earlier in the year. After surgery, we had to wait at least a year and get cleared to even try. And my weight was good, my eating was good. I had kind of stabilized a little bit, and my weight loss slowed, which was an indicator that I should start trying. Weight loss didn't come to a halt, but I will say that I was looking at MyFitnessPal, and I think that in January I was like in the 230s or something. So I haven't lost a lot of weight since then. It's getting tougher to lose weight. I'm able to eat more now, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And for my gyno and for the doctors we were seeking and talking to, that was an indicator, like things had kind of slowed up a little bit. I was eating good, my weight was good, my menstruation had come back, my levels were good hormonally. My fertility or infertility is awkward. It's very weird. Just interesting fact, I've never been medically diagnosed as PCOS, but I am self-diagnosed PCOS. There are 3 criteria: hormone levels, cysts, and facial, not really facial hair, but lack of hair in certain places, and like excessive hair growth due to like testosterone, just due to hormones. And doctors, number 1, I've had cysts on my ovaries, but they were ones that they deemed were normal. Like, oh, everybody sometimes gets a small cyst, it's really small, nothing to worry about. So it was just like barely on the cusp, so they wouldn't diagnose me with it. Another thing too is my hormone levels were usually right on the cusp of being elevated, but not quite. So I've never gotten a full actual medical diagnosis. And then the other thing is facial hair and stuff like that. I'm like a skincare expert, guys. Like, I love skincare. So, and I love hair, and I love pretty, beautiful, like looking nice. Like, I've always had good solutions. I've never walked up into like a doctor. Like I've told them like I'm wearing a wig, like I have thinning hair, like I grow whiskers like right here in this little patch and right here, but you would never know it by seeing me because I'm really good at hiding any kind of I forget the word for it, but there's like a name. It's like, it starts with the H, but I forget the word. I'll try to put it in. But I definitely have, I'm not really the kind of, I don't really get cysts on my ovaries, but that's really never been like a major thing. But I definitely have lack of menstruation because of weight. I definitely am insulin resistant. Even when I do my glucose tests and stuff, they're like, oh, it's a little elevated, but it's normal. I don't buy that. Like, I know I'm insulin resistant. Like, I know I am. Like, I know enough. Like, I know I am. Like, I have all the telltale signs of it. I have the cravings. I know what you're thinking. Like, everybody has it. But trust me when I tell you, like, of all the research I've done, I know I have PCOS. And I know that being heavier made me not menstruate, made me not ovulate. It was like our big hurdle. And so now that everything is more regular, we're really trying. So enough about that. Adoption. I don't know who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to do trying to conceive, adoption, extreme weight loss, starting a real estate career all at one time. Like, it's a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's not been easy. I've been trying to manage stress. I can talk a little bit about how I do that, but I try to do really basic things like journaling, reading before bed, making myself turn off the TV, making myself go to bed early just to kind of make sure I don't get too stressed. Another thing too is I picked up smoking again end of April, and I'm still smoking. It's not good. I know. I've been a non-smoker for a long time. I'm a seasonal smoker. I'll pick up here and there. I used to be able to like pick up one like on my birthday or something, and then it never bothered me. I never kept going, but this year has been different. My body just was like looking for that soothing, whatever I get out of it, stress relieving, and I've just stuck with it. And I'm gonna quit. I know I will, but I know this is gonna be the hardest time I ever do it. And now I know like I cannot even smoke one, because I would smoke one if we went out and we drank, like I'd smoke a cigar. But this is really interfering with like our TTC journey, and I have to quit it. So I will here soon. It's not good. It's not good for my egg quality. Like, it's horrible, and I feel horrible about it, but I need to give myself a little grace here because it's not easy to quit. It's not that simple. That's where I am. Also, I've done really well at cutting out sugar. I've stopped drinking any kind of sweetener in my coffee. I was barely eating before, and I was drinking a sugary coffee, and I was losing a shit ton of weight. But now I feel like since I started like leveling out to get under the 200s and to get to like the 270s, to get to the 170s, which is kind of like a little bit of a goal weight for me, I have to make some changes, and I'm okay with that as long as there's sustainable things that I can do. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but I stopped putting any kind of sugars in my coffee, and that's what I'm drinking right now. Just the iced Americano, a little bit of heavy, sugar-free cinnamon dolce, sugar-free vanilla. It's fantastic. So another thing I've done too is where I am in my journey weight loss wise, my body is very happy with staying right here. I can feel it. It's just very comfortable, and it's kind of like we're good here, and we don't want to lose much more weight, because every time I lose a few pounds, it just kind of fluctuates, and I haven't seen real movement in a while. Two reasons why I know that is. One is because I was not tracking my food, and I know how many calories are in things, and I can only eat a small amount, but I think I was eating more, and I'm able to eat more, and I was eating a little more. And the other thing too was PCOS, insulin resistance, eating sugary things was not helping whatsoever. So I've cut out the sugars, big deal. It's a never-ending, complicated journey for me. Like, literally, I achieve one thing, like I slide back, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back type situation, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But I feel like we've gotten rid of the sugars. I'm not, you know, I wasn't really eating sweet things or anything like that, but it was the coffee. I was drinking at least 1, sometimes 2 a day, and I was drinking like iced caramel macchiato with like extra shot, and then I was just eating dinner, and then sometimes at night I would have like a sugar-free fudge pop or like a sugar-free pudding or something like that, which is fine. But so what I've done is personal trainer, cut out sugar, and I'm tracking my food for now. And I don't really support tracking your food forever because it's not really sustainable, but I just needed to see like, what am I actually eating here, like in a day? Like, am I actually eating enough calories or not enough? And when I went to my trainer, he told me like, your metabolism is like done, like your metabolism is shot. Like it was just, I think it was like when he did my body mass like thing, like he put you on a machine, it came to like 1,300 calories. It's like all my body requires a day to stay right where I am. That's nothing. Like most adults who are athletic and stuff eat like 2,500 calories a day, and I'm like, so he doesn't want me to eat less. He wants me to eat more. That's a little challenging for me because I'm like scared to eat more. Plus it's not that easy to eat over 1,200, 1,500 calories, but like where I'm working out a lot, and that 1,300 is just with sitting still. Where I'm working out, he wants me to try to eat more. So we'll see. I'm tracking my food, being aware, and just tracking it. It's what I can do for right now is just track it, be aware of what I'm eating, make healthy choices, eat the healthy things that fill you up, and that's fine. That's what I'm doing. So that's where I'm at. What else? So yeah, I think the scale is gonna slowly move. It's literally gonna take me like, if I eat less than like 1,200 calories, if I eat less than 1,000 calories, which I've seen a lot of people in weight loss journeys do, I'm gonna be starving. Like, it's not hard to eat 1,000 calories or 1,200 calories. It's just not. If you're eating like a meal, a small lunch, a coffee, like you've already hit 1,000 calories. A protein shake in there. So it's really not easy for me to go under like 1,100 calories. So I'm working out. I'm working out with a trainer. I'm doing my Peloton rides. That will help me. That's what I'm doing. I do want to get skin removal surgery down the road. My body is changing so much, and it's just crazy. Even when I'm not losing weight on the scale very much, I'm still losing pant sizes. Like, I'm trying to think, when was it? Like last fall. I think I was like still, even though I've lost a lot of weight, I hadn't worn jeans in a long time. So like last fall, I was like in a size 20, and now I'm in a size 14, and I've not lost much weight. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, my body is definitely changing. My body definitely looks different. Working out is making my body look and feel different. So I'm just trusting the process, going with the flow, not freaking out about the number. But I'm definitely not, I'm not allowing myself to go into panic mode. I don't want to be like, oh my God, like I messed up my surgery. Like, no. I can just do small little things and keep this train rolling. If I didn't lose any weight, would I be happy where I am? Sure. I'm comfortable with it. I'm wearing like a size 14 jeans. I'm wearing like an XL shirt. I'm definitely more normal sizes. Like, I'm still plus size, but I'm definitely able to fit more different things. Even sometimes like XL shirt will fit too big. Even sometimes like a size, like I'll get like a dress that's like a 1X or something. It's like too big. Like, it's weird. It just depends on what I buy, where I buy it. If I didn't lose weight and I stayed here, would I be happy? The answer to that is, if I didn't lose any more weight and I didn't get skin loss or skin removal surgery, the surgery would have still been worth it. I would still be happy with where I am, like, seriously. But I will say that my number one goal is healthy pregnancy, and I know I can still lose. But the thing is like, I'm not comfortable with losing weight unless I want to lose it the way I'm going to maintain it. So I'm not willing to do any kind of thing at all unless I can do it forever. So I can do sugar-free Starbucks, sugar-free coffees at home forever. I can do that. I can commit to that forever, sustainably. I cannot do like keto. I cannot do keto or carnivore forever. I know a lot of people have a lot of success in their weight loss with keto and with fertility. So what I'm doing is my best. So what I mean by that is I'm kind of like keeping it low carb, healthy fats, organic heavy cream, organic cheeses, organic butter. It's really confusing because PCOS says like no dairy, but I've watched a lot of stuff and like trying to conceive nutritionists and stuff like that, and a lot of people who've gotten pregnant on keto who eat a lot of dairy. So I'm thinking that the culprit is more my blood sugars, so I am focusing on keeping it more low carb, no added sugars, no sugars, nothing sweet. I mean, there are things that are sweet because like apples, things just have carbs in it. Yogurts and stuff have like a little bit of carbs. Eating like cottage cheese, healthy Greek yogurts. There's still some things in my house that I'm still eating that I won't rebuy. Like I like granola in my yogurt, so I'm gonna stop that. I'm probably not gonna eat oats for a while. What else? But yeah, like last night we did like a pulled pork and I did half a baked potato, and I'm okay with that. Like I just needed some carb, but when I do eat a carb, I want it to be like a whole food, and I'm not scared of half a potato. Even though I knew it was going to elevate my blood sugars, I'm okay with that. And so that's what I'm doing. I hope that makes sense. Like these are some of the things I'm doing. Like keeping it kind of low carb as much as I can, trying to stay away from the gluten. Although today I had a meeting and I had a shrimp taco. I went to a restaurant. It has like, I'll show it to you. This is like, I had, the order was like 2 shrimp tacos and I ate 1. And I'll probably save this for lunch tomorrow, but it's just grilled shrimp and it has coleslaw in it and then a tortilla. So I had like 1 tortilla. So that was gluten, so I didn't go gluten-free today, but I have been essentially sugar-free. I don't think I've eaten anything else except for this. And then I had this is not in a to-go cup, but this was a Crystal Light lemonade, probably about 10 to 12 ounces. I put my supplement in there. So I had some Ovasitol, which is like helps with regulate your blood sugars. And then tonight for dinner we're going to do rotisserie chicken and salad. So I'm keeping it low carb, and then I like to eat at night. I don't know why. Like I like to eat at night. I get hungry at night. Hopefully the supplements I'm taking will help reduce those cravings and reduce my blood sugar and help me lose weight by not craving food at night. But I get a wicked sweet tooth at night. So like yesterday I had some like Lily's white baking chocolate. It's high in fat. It's very fatty, healthy fats. It's organic, but it has no sugar in it. So that's what I had, like 2 squares of that. And I also like later, like I'm talking like later after dinner, like after that, I had a Greek yogurt, a small Greek yogurt with like 80 calories. So I went right to my calorie limit on that. So I'm tracking my calories. I'm working with a trainer. And one thing I will say is that where I'm at in my weight loss journey, you have to seriously change your habits and want to eat healthy and want to maintain. You just cannot just eat whatever. There are times in your journey when you are so big, you can eat whatever, but because you're eating so little of it, you will lose weight still. But the good thing is for me is that luckily I'm not into fast food. I had already kicked that. I guess I did eat there once in a while, like chicken tenders before surgery was like my jam, but they taste gross to me. Fried food tastes gross to me. Now that I've had surgery, I don't do fried food. So that's good. Like, I don't crave the fast food, the fried food. Ice cream does not really sit well with me. I still like to have a bite or so once in a while because I am an ice cream person. Like a nice little small ice cream cone, a few licks off it, toss it out the window. You know, once in a while, but it's most of the time it makes me nauseated, like especially like a shake will make me sick. So I'm really glad that I get sick off those things because then I can't eat them anymore. So I'm an at-home eating kind of person. I like boiled eggs. I like basic stuff like pepperonis and like cheese cubes and like sandwich meat and like rotisserie chicken, salads. I can't really eat a lot of lettuce. I can eat mostly chicken, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of like Caesar dressing, maybe a crouton in there, although I'm not eating them now. Like I made sure I didn't get any croutons. Like I just got the romaine lettuce. Like we're not eating that. Hubby likes a good blue cheese, so that's what we're doing tonight. That's how I'm eating. But it really, what they say is really, really true. After a year, like a year and a half out or so, like my portions are nowhere near the size they were before, but I can definitely eat more now. Like I can eat more. I can eat a half a baked potato and a couple bites of meat, and the rest of it I feed to my dog, but maybe 2, 3, 4 at the max, but I cannot eat that in one sitting. I have to like eat a little bit, get full, sit it down, sit there and talk to my husband for a little while, and then eat a couple more bites. Then I give like an ounce of it to the dogs because I can't eat the rest, and they're like hounding me because they want to eat my food. But that's where I am. So even though my portions are still relatively small, I feel like they're getting bigger because before I could maybe eat like a half a cup to maybe at a time. So I can't eat anywhere near what I used to, but I feel like if I put a half a potato on a small plate, if I put a half potato in there and like 3 ounces of pulled pork with like no barbecue sauce on it, it looks like a healthy portion to me. It doesn't look like a portion of someone who had weight loss surgery. And like, yeah, I can't eat it all. Look at that arm flab. I can't eat it all still, but I don't want to eat it all, you know, like I just don't want to get back there. So, okay, adoption. So as you know, or maybe you didn't, we are going through the adoption process at the same time. Yay! So many things going on, but we are basically through all the things. We've gone through all the paperwork, all the documentation, everything. We're trying to get licensed immediately. We were kind of like looking into a few different matches for adoption, and the only thing holding us back is fingerprinting. So because of COVID. So our agency basically has finally said like you can get it done through an independent thing, an independent company, an independent fingerprinter. And so I'm about to go in and schedule that. I stopped by. The place where they do it is the UPS store, and I have to go online and schedule it, but I stopped by, got the information, so I'm really excited. We just need to get our fingerprints done, and I have to submit them, and then hopefully we can move forward and we can get like a final home study done, I think, and then I think we're done. I think we have to do like a psychological exam on us, like talk with us and stuff, but other than that, it should literally, after fingerprinting, only take like 3 weeks tops. But when we got done our class, they told us like you should be done in 45 days. It's definitely been 45 days. But I already knew this process can take like 9 months to a year. They say like going through this whole process can take a while, virtually as long as it takes to like, you know, gestationally carry a baby or longer. And then with COVID, they said added time. So this could literally take up to a year and a half. So we started in January and now it's August. My worst nightmare is like getting dropped our kids like literally right before Christmas. That sounds like so much like last minute shopping and like, you know, like, but it would be like the best Christmas present ever. Like, I can't wait to get my kids. Like, I'm just like the biggest mom waiting to happen, and I can't wait. So, trying to get pregnant, trying to start this real estate career, very focused on it, doing all this adoption stuff. Yes, but I love a full plate of things to do. I love a good project. Also trying to renovate my basement right now, but we're gonna get there. We're doing all the things. Would it be easier if I just focused on like one thing, like weight loss, and did nothing else? Yes. But I'm just not that type of person. Like I just have to do the things. Like life is way too short. Like I can sleep when I die. Like time is of the essence for me. Like I just turned 40. I hope I can get pregnant, guys. Like pray for me, please. Like I know that like at 40 it's like it's tougher to get pregnant. I get that. But I really honestly believe it's possible, and at this point it's gonna take a miracle, and like by the grace of God, like whatever baby comes to us, like I just firmly believe like in God's timing, like whether it's God or the universe, whatever you believe, I just believe that the universe is in God's timing is perfect, and like it's just meant to happen when it's meant to happen. And I'm gonna be the type of, I believe this, when it happens, it's gonna happen because that's when it was meant to happen, because that's when I'm ready, because that's what that child who I'm gonna be given needs. And life is all about growing and becoming the best version of yourself, and until I'm that person that the universe or God wants me to be to raise this child, that's what it's gonna take. And oh my God, can I just say I picked the best husband too, because he's just gonna be like the best dad. Like he already is the best dad. Like I'm just so happy like to have him, because he balances me out so good when it comes to parenting stuff. I'm like a mama bear, right? Like, so I like to protect, and I like to like think, I like to see, well, I don't like to, but I see the danger in things, and I tend to get a little overly like, oh my God, like worst case scenario, like I'm super stressed out, like I'm worried about Maya because of this, and he just really talks me off the ledge, and just like, you know, he's the calm, you know, and he's so good, and he's such a good person, and I tend to get caught up in that like worst case scenario, like paranoia, like fear. A lot of times my action is fear-based, like I'm scared for them, like I need to do something, I need to say something. So he's just such a good daddy, and I'm like so happy like to have him in my life. He's like the best, and he's so on board, even though this adoption thing has not been easy on him. He hates change. He hated moving the office out and making it a kid's room. He wasn't so much worried about the nursery, because that came out of my girly room, my makeup room, so he wasn't too worried about that. But I'm comfortable with change. I like shifting stuff around. He, on the other hand, was really, really set in his ways, so that's been a challenge. So yeah, and he's level-headed. I'm like, yeah, give me all the kids, I'll take 18 tomorrow, we can make this work. And he's like, no, we need to limit it, we have to have boundaries, like this is what I do want, this is what I don't want. I'm not willing to take, just there's certain issues he's not comfortable with, like sexually abused girls over the age of like 12, 13, teenagers. Like he's not comfortable with that, because he's just not comfortable with like that in the house. Like he just doesn't want any kind of like issues. And like I thought they were kind of rude. Like I was like, wow, like you're just gonna exclude these whole group of people that are people too, that need love, and moms and dads. And when we started doing the class, they were like, yeah, you know, this happened and this happened and this happened. And there are lots of people who I met who are like, yeah, we had a girl in our house like that, and like she accused like so and so, and like it was all dropped, and like she told everybody like it was not true, and like there were cameras and it didn't happen, and like da-da-da, but the damage was done. And it was like, wow, this actually happened. So I understand now that like his fears around certain age groups and certain traumas they might have had is legit, whereas I thought he was just being really mean. But yeah, so adoption, gallbladder surgery, I tried to conceive. Send me all your baby dust. I need lots and lots and lots of prayers and baby dust, and I'm excited for that. Even though honestly I have zero like desire to actually, I know it's gonna sound horrible, but like I don't like the idea of giving birth at all, and I want to get my baby Whitfield, like, but I'm the kind of person who's totally cool with adoption, because I know I can love other, I've done it my whole life, like loved other people's kids like my own. And no, I've never biologically had my own, but I don't think I could ever love a baby harder than I've loved a baby before. Like, I don't see that. I cannot imagine, just because it's my own DNA, loving that baby more than I've loved other babies in my life. Like, I just don't buy that. Like, this is the thing. What I'm basically saying is like, if a baby if somebody dropped off a baby at my house tonight in a basket, I'm not gonna love that child any less than if I popped it out. Like, zero matters to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a baby lover. I'm just a kid lover. Like, I just couldn't reserve special treatment for my own biological kid just because they're biologically. And honestly, I oftentimes wonder, like, probably, or I'm worried that, like, okay, our biological kid is gonna act like me, and Jermaine is gonna be the biggest brat and like such a freaking diva and like so spoiled and just like, I don't know. I just don't know if that baby would actually, is not gonna be any better. And like Jermaine, like, honestly, he said things like, do you really want to adopt? Like, what if we get like the dented can? And I'm like, dude, our kid could probably be a dented can. Like, that might be the good kid, the one to adopt, like the one that's filled with potential and like amazingness. Like, we might end up with like some kid who's like biologically ours and like super spoiled, and like, you never know. So, okay guys, I'm gonna end it. Love y'all, and I'm gonna post this, and I have a couple other videos to make, so stay tuned, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.